I have something very special for you. Are you sick of your boring life? Introducing the
KMS, stock up down.
Chip Chip.
And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down.
Welcome back. 3 Up, 3 Down, episode 12. It's 12 more episodes than I ever thought I would do. We're here with BA, the star of Mike and the Minifans. I think that's all that needs to be said. And we have PRC. Can we get, for Tim Smith, how you doing? For Tim Smith, my buddy, we want to get an update on your bushes. It's very important to him to hear how the bushes are doing, PRC, our running bit here.
That's a great question. We're starting to get into scary territory because now it's been like a month and it has rained a shit ton and I don't see anything happening. So now I'm kind of at the point like, do I got to put my money where my mouth is now? Like, I'm not sure.
It's not sounding good. Has there been any apologies or anything? Trying to reconcile the differences here, or anything that's.
If you knew her, you'd know she'd rather throw me under a fucking truck before she'd apologize. So that is not going to happen. I don't know. We'll just keep hoping. September's my cutoff date. That's when stuff stops growing as much. So we'll see.
Yeah. You able to sleep last night after your number one down on the Ted Sarandis list? You okay?
It was tough, but I'm still standing somehow. So all you got to do is just put your head down and keep moving. So that's all I got to do.
Yeah, it's not easy to get on that list, but I don't know.
I'm happy for you, man. Way to go, Kane.
Oh yeah, exciting.
Kane, were you on the up?
Kane, yeah.
Number 4. Not a lot of talent out there right now, so you got to sneak in while you can. But
wow, you and Vodka on the same list. That's great.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Are you? I see you're producing today. Are you doing this to kind of try out for the producer once Coleman's fired?
Well, first off, yeah, maybe. But I heard that there might be a promotion for Luke, and it was either like learn or quit the network, because if he's my boss, I got to go. So I said, hey, give it a shot. It's all set up. Manners is a great leader of men. So he just, he set everything up, got it all set up right. He knows how to delegate like John doesn't know how to do. And we're all better for it. So we're going to start with the ups. That's a good one. We'll start with the ups for Ted Sarandis. I don't know if I want to do it for Ted anymore. I didn't like the shots he took at PRC, but we'll keep it going.
Kane, do you, man. Don't worry about me. I'll be all right.
Who starts first? You're going first, Kane?
No, you're going to start, BA. Start with the guest. We'll go PRC, me.
Okay. My first up is Mama K's DMs. So I don't know what's going on with Mama K. I wish her the best, but I have a feeling that there's a lot of Minifans in her DMs right now reaching out and saying, oh, babe, if you need anything, come to me to talk to. I'll be your knight in shining armor. I'll be your shoulder to cry on. So I know already a few people have DM'd her. So watch out. People are saying Kane did too. I don't know, but watch out. There's going to be some competition.
What's going on with her? Maybe I. What's the problem with her? What's going on? Something that we all missed? Or
I don't want to speculate on the problem, but she said life just threw her a curveball, but she's powering through it. So, and I already saw Menners was what's going on, and some other guy what's going on. So I'm sure the DMs are. So please reach out to Mama K privately and wish her well.
She probably had the landscaper. She has to cut her own grass now. It's a big issue. All these trouble that she's having over there in Barrington. Richest towns in Rhode Island. Must be tough for her there. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Tell life to throw her fastballs like a man.
Yeah, well, good if they get with her. I mean, she's one of the worst people on earth. So I don't know why anybody would want to be in her DMs. But
Mama K.
Hey, oh God!
I thought you were Mama K. Mama K's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I think she gets this sweetheart tag, but I think she's a probably a ruthless killer. I don't know. She's I don't enjoy her much.
Wow.
Yeah, she sucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, all right. Bad up. First one already bad. Go ahead,
Bad
Karis. You're up next.
All right. I normally don't like doing this one because I don't like because it feels like one you could just go the well and do every single time. So I'm usually opposed to those, but I have to give an up to Kirk. I just going through my head this weekend. I can't think of any fucking show host like in Kirk's domain that would hop on a show at 9:30 at night and rabble rouse with the common folk like that. And like that's just such a testament to like the uniqueness of the show and like his shit. Like so I normally don't like just putting someone that you could just low hanging fruit like that, but I really think he's deserving this time.
Yeah, he said he saw
hater.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No,
you
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So
Sorry,
I was gonna say that.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't fuck around, man. You're gonna get me every time. I'm not a bright man.
I did. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hit him with the screen freeze, BA.
I don't know.
Don't make me put you backstage, my friend.
Maybe the connection. Maybe the connection's a bit.
I think you're breaking up.
Well, listen.
Oh, sorry. Go. Okay, I promise now.
Don't make me do it. All right. I can't even think. Fucking
You're up, Kane. Come on, Kane, get it together. You're up.
This guy always rattles me. All right. So I think he jumped on because he said he saw Jay, right? And that was his he's like, oh, I had to get in there as soon as I saw Jay about to take down the fucking network. Jumped in, but yeah, I agree with you there. Go ahead, BA. Let's hear what you got to say.
So
yeah,
Jay's a pussy because Jay's a pussy because as soon as Kirk came on, Jay left, and then he's telling me, my phone was gonna die. Like he does Uber Eats or whatever. Like he lives off his phone. His phone wasn't dead. And then he said that Kirk needs to meet him on Meeting the Minds before he ever will talk to Kirk on his platform, pod for pod style. So Jay was a bit of a pussy because I've been trying to get Jay and Kirk together for a long time because I think that would just be funny for me. But you got to give even the haters would give Kirk credit. He goes on and shoot and battles and body bags Dr. Vodka for a bit. So you got to give him credit. Anyone that body bags Dr. Vodka, you got to give credit to. So
is there any truth that you're more of a GDE guy now, more connected to it more than Mike and the Minifans, as some may have alleged?
Well, I know
you started the show. Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
It's just Fridays in the summer are tough. So I heard Kirk even say it. He goes, I'm sure BA will be back at some point. So I'm supporting the network in other ways, but I'll be back when the soccer's over on Fridays. I'll be back consistent because I love doing Mike and the Minifans. It's a great time. I have fun. I love the boys, the ladies going at it, the comments. It's always a good time. I see PRC did a great job. It's good to get other people to host. I'm not a selfish guy. I'm happy if someone did a better job than me, I'd be a panelist or a comment guy, So, but I don't think
we haven't found that yet.
That's the case.
We'll try. Yeah, not yet. All right.
Yeah.
Good one, Kirk. Went in, jumped and saved the show. It was such a train wreck. I mean, we'll get to it later, but I mean, it was he came in and did what he had to do to make it it actually turned into a decent show all around because it was amazingly a lot of different things happened in that show. John's freak out, which was great. So it was good. All right, I'm up next. I'm gonna go with big up to John in Scranton. I thought is as bad as everything's been going, that freak out really made me so happy because I knew that all that frustration built up. He's just trying to have a nice time and in Ohio, the nice concert, whatever he's doing, and these guys can't even just for one day. I know the feeling, just one time. Can you guys just do what you got to do and get on the show and make it right? And to be honest, Timmy Fax, it was like insulting when he's like, "Oh, just a couple minutes late." It's like, motherfucker, it's a live show. Why are you late? It's just there's no nobody has any sense of urgency over there, or it's like, come on, man. The show used to be like on point, You go on, you would feel stupid if you showed up late. Now people just show up and come as they go, and So I felt bad for John, but I really like that rant because I've never heard him like that before. So made me happy. So give a big up to John.
I mean, it kind of makes us all got to look inward a little bit too, because where was I Friday? Where were you, Kane?
Yeah.
We have culpability in this too. Like we try, but I mean, we got to have our hand up too when it's our fault. So, I mean, it's collectively all on us. And kudos to John for having heart. Like you can't really fault heart mistakes when someone gives a shit like that. So it's like that's good backbone. I like it.
If you're gonna be the host of the show, you can't be late. I mean, it's just the way he was just so like, yeah, whatever. It's like that's the kind of attitude that they have right now. It's not a good attitude. If you're gonna run the show, fucking be there and run the show. Don't just like people are there waiting. I don't know. I just thought it to be really felt bad for John. So I'm gonna give him up. He needs it. He needs a big up, big pat on the back. You're doing great, John. You're just not as good as Benedict.
I totally agree. I agree with a couple things because the worst is you get a panel and then like half an hour before a bunch of them are like, oh, sorry, I can't come. Like I know Kane's done it all in the past or
not a lot,
so it's but I think you got to be a little bit or if you're going to be at a thing on Friday, be a little more organized. Like I've told them I'm like I'll let you know when I could do it. Like assume that I can't. And then, but I think some people backed out late and stuff. But you should get someone that has the access on there, or give Dr. Vodka the access or something. Because if you're at a music festival, who wants to be like popping in and out, and then you're closing the stream and stuff. So, but I do think that show ended up being a classic. So
it was good.
Very good.
I think it ended up being classic. Yeah, so you could say, it ended up being a classic show. So you got to give him credit there.
Yeah, it worked out.
And myself credit because I came in, saved the stream.
Yeah, they were wobbling around. Yeah, I know you jumped on. It sounded like, all right, I'm here to help you guys. Like Vodka was like, he was all like this, like what the fuck. So yeah, it was great.
I just feel bad, similar to what you're saying, where Fact shows up 6 minutes late. Like I would be like, okay, I have to go after 40 minutes. So that's why I don't say like I'll host it, because I feel like, okay, what, after 40 minutes and the show's over, just because I have to go. So that maybe I should just be a little more lenient and be like, okay, I'll hop on a little bit, or I guess there's no real structure anymore. So
no,
so I guess
exactly.
I can just be on for a little bit.
Oh, it's just like, it was a crazy show. I mean, I actually enjoyed it. So, but it was just, yeah. So I go second here again. Another one.
People are. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say people are calling it meeting of the Minifans instead of Mike and the Minifans. It's now meeting of the Minifans.
That's what it felt like. I mean, I had that feel. So, but it was a fun show. Anytime Menace jumps on and gets it going, it was fun. So, my second one, I'm gonna go with Mikey Grab Bags. What a song this week, Mikey. I actually like him a lot. I thought I appreciate the keep on trying attitude. I mean, he got the big target. Hey, Minifan of the year. He's in the running. Got a little cocky, and he put out a terrible song. And I feel great that I was right, because I knew he wasn't going to be Minifan of the fucking year. So I'm gonna give you a big up. What the big part of the up is for him though is that he got the invite to the show, which is huge. For him, that's
a fake up. Are you doing
yeah, what part of that was up?
He got invited on the show. That's the up. So it's a big win. It's a big win for Mikey Grabbags, who is not really funny on Twitter either. But yeah, I give him a lot of credit. He's going on the show. Congratulations. Your third song stunk. Your second one was okay, and your first one was pretty good. And that gets you, I guess, Minifan of the year. I mean, it's unbelievable. But yeah, good job, Mikey. Proud of you. Hopefully we can have you on 3 Up, 3 Down sometime. We'll see what happens.
So it's 100% personal.
This is a personal one.
Oh, fuck off.
Me, Kane, and a podcast host and McFuss have a little bit of a group chat, and Kane is always like, if they do AI, it shouldn't be counted. Like he's some old like parody songs should have some kind of like, I don't know. It's crazy.
I talked to Kane last week on this show, and I looked him dead in the eye, and I said, "Is this personal in the AI thing?" And he's like, "No, I just think it's you fucking full of shit, man."
No, it's not personal. It's a great guy.
No.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just how
Mikey
it is.
grab bag set. Mikey gave me a compliment, so I'm a Mikey grab bags guy.
No, he's a good guy.
I'll
no
say
doubt about it.
All right, is it my turn?
I can say where he. No, I think it's mine.
Oh, go.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
PRC.
mine. Sorry, I was first.
You're up, PRC.
All right. I think it says Audigy. I think it's Quidditch guy. I'm like 90% sure it's Quidditch guy. I have bad handwriting sometimes, but I will say this about Quidditch guy. It does look like he's pivoting from like the Quidditch and all that to like coming into the intern role. I think he's got his head on his shoulder. Seems like a level-headed dude. I think his stock is just going to be on the rise for the next few months.
Hey, he's cool, collected.
He's in the font.
His videos are funny.
He's in the Fawns tournament.
Is he? Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's in the Fawns tournament, so he's with all the boys. So I'll get to know Quidditch guy a bit better over the course of I don't know. So we'll see. He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's been. I really like him a lot. I'm shocked because he just had. I think he has just the right temperament. It just fits right. Great pick. Yeah, I hope he gets that. Yeah, he's gonna be the intern, right? Kind of sounds that way. So it's awesome. We'll see what happens.
I really think KMS for years has been lacking like someone that's actually smart back there. That's not trying to be like a bit or something like that.
That's
you
true.
know, like someone that's like smart is like, hey, I'll try to run this as a business, so to speak. Because I don't think they've ever had someone. Maybe Steve a little bit, but so I think it'll be interesting to see.
Well, an intern is needed because Kirk's not letting that third chair bracket go. So he's like, "Oh, we're still doing that." Justin's like, "Yeah, that's what you got the interns for." You can delegate some stuff to these guys, have them do the work for you. Keep it going. All these things that come up, there's a million things you could probably do just by hearing things on the show and different things. So hopefully he gets the job. I like him.
Nice.
Speaking of Steve, do you think Coleman's gone? Like after with the LinkedIn page thing? Did you see that earlier?
Yeah, Coleman's gone.
No.
What even if he doesn't leave, like it's Kirk's never gonna. He's just gonna be.
What's the link?
Dead on him.
He linked.
Updated,
Apparently,
updated.
Coleman changed it to open to work, which is what you do on LinkedIn when you're looking for a new job.
Oh wow! Interesting. Is that verified?
No, that's why I was speculating.
Well, it's posted by Steve Robinson. Posted it, right? So that's decently verified, right? He's a journalist.
Well, we can find out real quick.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
that'd be something.
Is it me now?
You got two.
So okay, my first one, I'll go with Antonio Brown. Recently, I have anytime Antonio Brown tweets about sketch, I transpose it into tweeting into making it about Coleman. So the guy sketches the streamer that was found out to be gay. So I don't know if you noticed that. He does cross the line a little bit. So but I'm pot committed at this point. But Mikey Grabbags reached out and said, I love the Antonio Brown Coleman sketch tweets. So Mikey Grabbags, been a fan of your candidate, co-signed it. So I'm happy. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to continue to do it. Also Jeff Delow said it's awesome. So two prominent figures.
Jeff Delo's been calling in a lot, huh? Where's he been? You got Mikey Grabbags, put him in the ground.
Yeah, Jeff's a good guy.
It's a rough line for you to cross.
I don't know. Jeff, my good friend Jeff. So he's a good guy. He said he doesn't like when people use clout anymore. He might be trying to do a war on clout. So
like
stay tuned.
The word of it.
Yeah. Stay tuned.
It's not up anymore. Sorry,
it's gone.
The open to work's not there, so I don't know if it was ever a thing or not. But it's as of right now.
That could be a troll.
Yeah.
So I have two, right?
Yep.
I have two. Okay, my next one, I'm gonna do Luke McGay. Luke,
Look big. Dave.
great guy. Open
Yeah.
Luke McGay. He's a great guy on the Open Borders show. I have heard rumors that he's in talks with Menners to kind of help him with management. He's denying these rumors, but just like Joe Biden denying that he's going to drop out of the election, when these big political figures, big leadership figures, they're never gonna come out and say, I'm doing this when there's this big negotiation there. So watch out. My Luke McGay will be part of Mentor's Minifan Network sooner rather than later. And I think he's doing great stuff with Open Borders. He
doesn't take the show. It's not his show.
It's a top tier. He's a top tier talent, and he's a top tier talent. So
Is he?
This isn't a fake. I'm not doing a fake up like Kane. This isn't a fake up.
Sounds like it, but he doesn't own the show. I thought that was his show. He's just gonna leave his own show.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how the show's gonna. I know it's a huge IP, and Open Borders.
Yeah, it's true.
People are gonna want the rights on. So we'll see. Maybe that's part of the negotiations. But Menners has denied it. Luke's denied it. Jackson thinks it's true. So that he's the only one I think that's telling the truth here. So we'll see what happens.
That's big news.
But
so Luke's gonna be like producing shows, or what is he gonna be doing? What's your theory?
Know. General leadership, management, content ideas, content. It's pretty much Mentor's number 2. I think Mentor's is grooming Luke to maybe take over one day when Mentor's passes on or retires. So because Mentor's needs a number 2, so that's what I'm hearing.
Well, so Joe's not the number 2.
I haven't heard from Joe. Where's the new rundown?
That's true. It's been a tough run for the rundown.
She should have took mine and John's offer and stuck with Mike and the Minifans, because I know during this time where I'm gone, I'm sure if Joe was there, Mike and the Minifans would have been running smoothly. So
that's right. But I mean, you guys should have just stayed. That's it. Everything would have washed out by now. You'd just be running a good show. Nobody would think any different. And I know you've used your, Mike and the Minifans is bigger than the people or whatever. But you could have fought a little bit, but you chose to go that way. Now look at it now. It's running wonderfully. We have Dr. Vodka on there, talking to nobody. It was great.
I don't count this when my is not Mike and the Minifans, it's meeting of the Minifans. So when I was there, it's Mike and the Minifans. I think now it's meeting of the Minifans.
All right. You're up, PRC.
PRC,
Yeah, I got really lost in the LinkedIn searching stuff. What are we down?
No, you're last up.
I apologize. That's on me. I have ADD, so sometimes if I'm like a dog that if you throw a ball, I'll just go running that way. So all apologies to me. My final up is Mike and the Minifans. I think Friday was a big turning point. I think a lot of people would say the stock went down a little bit then. It was a fantastic show. It was unique in its own thing. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't think I'd enjoy it if that was every week, clearly, but as a one-time in a bubble thing, that was fucking awesome. And I think that was the perfect shot in the arm that it needed. I think it opened up everybody's eyes to, hey, we really need structure and some leadership in there. So I think this is the time to buy. I'm all in on Mike and the Minifans.
Yeah, I thought about what you just said. I guess it is kind of true that we all do. The people that are contributors kind of have an obligation to it, though, right? So if you want the show to be really good, you got to be open to going on and being available, But maybe there's people just have to just dedicate at least once a month or something and just say we're going to go on and do it. But I mean,
well, I think I made that group before I went on vacation. I think just maybe reach out in that group on Monday. Hey, who wants to come on? Who could come on this week? At least you get 4 or 5 people that say, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Then you have 5. If 2, 3 back out, you still have three people, right? So I think just on Monday, who could come on? Maybe I could write that message, but I don't want people to assume I'm hosting if I do that.
Yeah,
it's funny you brought that up because I actually talked with John this weekend about helping out and that stuff, because I used to do management and stuff when I owned a business. So like, I'm pretty good at like organizing people and getting on their ass and stuff. So, I mean, I think the more the merrier helping out is the best, but like, but just the fact that happened and BA and myself are both like, yeah, let's step in and try to help. Like that goes to my point. Like, hey, like people are like, all right, we're in this together now.
Yeah, I think it has to be that way. The show is like it's flagship show, you know.
It's the baby.
Reach out early, and then eventually, eventually you find people that kind of work together or whatever, whatever,
exactly.
Whoever's available. Really, at the end of the day, like it's not like it's like we're not going to be. It's not like super professional, but like at least if it's a little organized, it's.
Well, I mean, to send that message out on Monday, you gotta write a message and type, send. It's a lot of work. So I don't know why we wait all the way to Friday. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I
never did.
Well, I know, but even so, like I know it's hard. Like Joe would say, too, people back out, like you just said. Like it's all of a sudden people can't do it at the last second. It's hard to. So it's good to have. Like PRC is one of these guys. I mean, he takes a lot of shit from Ted, but at the end of the day, his availability he can't be questioned. He goes on a lot because there's nobody else that's willing to go on or whatever. So that's a good asset.
PRC is always a guy. It's like, hey man, sorry, someone backed up. Keep coming. I got you. So PRC should not be on a downs list for. I think it's Ted Sarandis. We'll get into him. Later. That's a pro tease. You see that, James? That's pro tease.
Yeah, it was pro.
For the record, I don't give a fuck, but.
No, I know. It's just it's just how Ted thinks. Ted runs his mouth a lot. But he never goes on and doesn't do anything. He just, so it's if somebody's available and they're always willing to go on, they do a good job. I don't know. I don't find what the big ordeal is. I think that was his main point. Like he thought you were, what did he say? You were sensitive and you're on too much. I mean, that's not really. There's a lot of other people that could be down for a lot of things. So.
I'm not wasting my energy thinking about it anymore. I don't give a fuck.
All right. Now next
not like Kane and Mikey grab bags, eh?
That man will not let that
go. That's crazy. Just crazy statements. My last up. A couple I could pick from. I think I'm gonna go back. You know what? I know it's gonna be because I already picked him kind of last week, but I'm gonna go with Montante on the show this week. I thought Montante had a great show. It started off a little like kind of came a little. I guess you're a little rusty going on. He hasn't been on a long time. I kind of thought about I was thinking like maybe the producers were more to blame for some of this stuff, like not having this guy on. But I was thinking like Kirk never really sets the schedule for the show. Like he just it's always by that. I don't understand why he can't just set the schedule for 2 weeks so they can have a better time, an easier time getting the guests in. It's like, this week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's see what happens. Don't you know what you're going to do the next fucking week? I mean, everybody kind of knows what they're going to do 2 weeks in a row, don't they? It'll be easier for the producers. I guess.
It's summertime, man.
Yeah, I guess. It's just, but why? I don't even understand those. Like it's summertime KMS. It's still the show. You want it? Montante should be on the show more than once every 5 months. That's just unacceptable. And I thought he was awesome.
But you think Kirk's really gonna be like, okay, Montante's in. I'm gonna play my show around Montante. He doesn't care. Like he's gonna he could do a but so I understand, but it's like I think for him it's
No, I don't mean it playing around Montante. What I'm saying is to make it easier for the producers to have a better idea of what guests they can get in each week. If you don't know kind of ahead of time, because some of these guys might need a couple of weeks out to get in studio. People have jobs and stuff,
That's true.
So I just thought it would be, I don't know if it's the big all, but at the end of the day, like he shouldn't be not in there, Like some of the people they brought in instead of him, to me, it's kind of crazy. But I thought he was awesome. I thought he really, everything he does on air with Kirk, I think really works. I want to see him more. I wish he was there once a week. I think he's that good. He could be there just like I think he could be a blind Mike. I really do. I think he's that good. So, it was great to see him in. So I'm going to have to give him an up.
Really, Kirk should just have mics in studios. Mike Marks, Michael Montante, Michael Manansky, and Michael Geary. Just have the mics. Right? And if he wants me in, my name's Mike too. I'm a Mike too, so I could come in once a year or whatever. But yeah,
I liked them. So all right, so go with the downs. I'll start me PRC BA again.
Can I do an honorable up mention?
Absolutely.
Just the Fawn Squad. The Fawn Squad is up. It's up. It's better than ever. The NCAA Dynasty League. A lot of Minifans are in it. Led by the king of the Minifans, Blind Mike Sneakers. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think we're going to stream some games on each of the networks, like some of the rivalry games. So it should be a fun time. Fawn Squad.
I'm cheering for Coastal.
How did you guys pick the team? You pick whatever team you want, or it's like a pool or something? How do you know which team you're gonna have?
No, we did
I think the worst teams.
We did the worst teams because it's a dynasty league, so you could build them up, and so everyone kind of has even teams. Because if you do the best teams, like there's such a gap between the top three to the so you have to kind of do the worst teams.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I jumped in there for a second.
So tune into that.
Right. All right. So with the downs. My first down, I'm gonna go with Blind Mike Sneakers. Not to mention how bad. Yeah, no, he's been really off, man. He's so fucking predictable at this point. Everything he does is exactly the same. He used to be really like a trendsetter here, but he's been dying. He posted a video the other day of him drinking this watered down like margarita. Like what do you? Oh, you walked in South Boston. I mean, the South Shore over there, whatever. I mean, what is it called? I don't even know where it is over there. The marina. He calls it the Marina Street. Oh, look at this. I got my drink, and it's like this watered down piece of shit. It's like Sneakers. You're so predictable. Kirk on the show the other day, like, he's like, look, there's a Menors tweet, and then right below it, he's like, I bet you there's a Sneakers tweet right below it. Boom. It's like, it's just predictable. You can't hate everything. And then never, you obviously love the show. There has to be things you sometimes like, right? And he's just so predictable at this point. I think he just needs a little bit of a rebrand because he's a great Minifan. He's got, he's top tier troll, but he's been sloppy. And Dr. Vodka is looking better than him at this point. That's not good. That's not good for Sneakers.
That feels like a personal pick again. That's like the third week in a row that you brought up Sneakers.
Yeah.
I'm not taking Kane's stock. He thinks of his emotions too much. You got to think about the money, man.
I know what I know. It's saying he's been a little sloppy.
Yeah, it's like the third week in a row. Like,
I don't think so. No,
there's a lot of I don't think it's in a row, but it's like every other week it sneaks. It's like and Mikey grab bags.
Yeah. Well, that's 2 in a row. That'll be the last one.
It's 2 personal vendettas. Next week it's going to be like my new friend Sneaky grab bags.
When I ever saw him, he goes, I bet you there's a tweet from Sneakers underneath there, and that's predictability that Sneakers doesn't need.
But I think when Sneakers listens to that, he's laughing, So I think when he hears Kirk say that, he starts laughing. Me and Sneak will disagree because he always says the show is not what it used to be. Yeah. I agree with that. But my thing is, like, the show still makes me laugh. Like, I listen, it make me laugh. There is some parts I'd be like, oh, like the call center bit. I was like, I don't think this was as funny as everyone's making out to be. But again, I did have laughs there. But I think Sneaks, I think when the show is at its height, Sneaks will be at its height. So if you're saying Sneaks is at its low, maybe the show needs to look inward. And he doesn't have enough stuff to troll about, so maybe that's the case. I
don't know, man. I cannot.
I'll get a message.
I think it's a little unfair, like, to say like it's not like it used to be. I mean, the show's been going on. This is 5 years now, right? I mean, it's a long time to put out that many episodes and expect every show to be greatness. I mean, that's a ridiculous request. That's kind of how I think he feels. He thinks it's like the same stuff all the time. And I understand there is elements of that. Some of the bits do maybe go on and they go too far for him or whatever it is, but he's just, I don't know, not like he used to be. So maybe he's the one that's needs to, it's not the same as he used to be, So we got to be a little better, Sneakers, because it's getting sad when I think Dr. Vodka's more. Yeah, well, he's the king. I don't like Vodka, but I don't know, man. He's on more of an upswing than Sneakers, so be better.
I would have liked Sneakers and Kirk on that meeting of the Minifans.
Yes,
that would have been good.
That would have been great.
Why did he
come back in?
That would have been great.
Where was he?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
I
It's like
but
this,
that
like
would've
his
been
show
great.
the other
That
day.
would've been great.
Oh, it's like his show the other week with that what it was about, right? PRC, when he was supposed to go on the big, sneakers just coming out for that big one night, and
Oh yeah.
still fucking waiting, you know. When are you coming on? But anyway, sneakers. I know you're way better than this. Come on, buddy. All right, PRC, you're up.
Okay. Well, disregarding the Luke succession bit that BA keeps pushing, I'm not sure what that's all fucking about. So we'll just disregard those 5 minutes. But I'm gonna put open borders on my down.
Wow.
The reason being is I really like open borders. It's one of my favorite shows to be on because it's very fun. It's very relaxed. It's a time for I can just chill out, just talk about whatever pops up. You don't have to feel like you're doing stuff. It's nice. And when I like watching, I like to chill out. I like to watch open borders. I just like to hear where their ideas take them. I like the spontaneity of it. I don't like whatever the infighting is going on right now on Twitter and all this. And if it's a big ploy for like ratings and stuff, hats off. I'll say I fucked up. I'm stupid. Whatever. But I like Jackson and Luke when they're better. I like open borders when it's the one little no strings, just fun show that I can turn to. I want that back. I don't want this moving up the world open borders thing. Just be the fun guys that we can call at midnight and be like, I'm bored. Be those people. Everybody needs those people. You need rocks. So that's why they're on my damn.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What infighting?
Yeah. People have said though that no, go for it, man. Open border. People have said that open borders is the best show to watch if you want to go to bed. Put it on. You're out like a light in like 5 to 10 minutes. So, I was joking. I don't know what the fighting's all about. Is Luke fighting?
What fighting? Yeah, I didn't know about that either.
It's just all of a sudden out of nowhere. Like Jackson came on with like Luke's leaving. Luke came on with Jackson's full of shit, and they've just been going on. Sig jumped in. Now Sig and Luke hate each other for some fucking reason. I don't know.
That's good for the
poor
show.
Tim Smith. Poor Tim Smith is just sitting in England, drinking himself, just crying in a room. And I mean, Sig and open borders, you have to look what you're doing to Tim. Don't think about us. Think about Tim.
That sounds like it's good for the show. Kind of like that. A little bit of fighting. The difference between me and you, I guess.
Promotion. This is promotion.
I know.
People are saying, "Oh, maybe BA started all this fighting. Maybe he's joking around. Maybe this all started on Meeting the Minds when he made fun of Luke, and then Luke put him on his downs list. And maybe that's where it all started. People are saying that. I don't know. But I just report what I hear. And Jackson's a good friend of mine. He might be my offensive coordinator, so I hope they can work through it because open borders is a top tier.
I like it. And thank you for the context, BA. I appreciate that.
But I don't know.
Before we go on, I want to ask you a quick question, BA. Now we got you on. So what is this beef with you and Cinema Lords? Seems like it kind of took an ugly turn the other day.
Well, I was gonna put him. Oh, so now you're gonna ruin my bit.
Sorry, never mind. You can leave it then. I was just curious if you had any comments about any of it, or
I'll do my first down, I guess, if you want.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, my first down is Cinema Lords. Since he's been on my downs list since the very first time I've had a conversation with him. He's absolutely humorless and a bit of a twat. Cinema Lords. I've always hated Cinema Lords since the first conversation. I'm glad I have this platform now to release this that's been building up inside of me from day one. So, I'm just joking. I don't know. Cinema Lords replied to Luke McKay's tweet saying with like innuendo that he doesn't like me and I'm humorless. I think it's because I've always said I don't like the Cinema Lord episodes because they talk about movies too much when he's on there. That's not really a shot, I think, at Cinema Lords. It's more like I don't really like movie talk, but I don't think I'm humorless. I could be a bit of a twat. I think I have humor inside of me. So, but I do. I'll give Cinema Lords a compliment. I think when he's been in studio more recently, when it's been more about basketball or whatever, and it hasn't been about movies, I've actually enjoyed the episodes a bit more. So I just don't like the. Yeah, the last one he was in, I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so I just never liked the movies, and I used to say it on Mike and the Minifans all the time, like fuck Cinema Lords. We don't need this guy in studio. I don't want movie 2 hours. So I can see why he probably thinks why I was on his downs list. So.
I don't think
that was his tweet about me. He said, yeah, when he first came in or wherever, it was like, because he's Cinema Lords, and then they would talk about stuff, and then it would get into like movie stuff, and I like that's a part of the show. Like that's kind of a tune out for me, and that's
like
just
Chris Clemmer, same thing.
I'm sure other people. Yeah, I'm sure other people like it, but it's like the movie talk was always a tune out for me. But that's just my personal preference. But that's what he said about me. He said that I've been on his downs list since our very first conversation. Absolutely humorless, bit of a twat.
So what was the conversation?
All love. It's all love. It's all love.
Do you remember the conversation, or was it something?
It must have been on Mike and the Minifans, because he's been on Mike and the Minifans. I probably made some jokes about him, and he probably didn't like it.
I was thinking in my head like it was the Portland show or something, or you saw him on Portland. Or one of those.
Oh yeah, Portland. He didn't like me in Portland, because I went up to him and was like, "Man, you're the coolest guy here," and he was like, "Oh, get away from me." And I was like, "I'm just joking." Like, I don't know. I think people don't like you. You know, you just got to move on.
Yeah, I think that's the exchange he's talking about, though, right? It has to be.
Maybe, but he's also been on Mike and the Minifans where I've been like, yeah, I don't really like the movie talk. So I don't know. Could be either or.
All right.
But hopefully we can move past this. You know, I know the big BA Cinema Lord beef. They'll probably address it this week on the show. I'm hoping. So I know Kirk was really interested in it.
Yeah, really interested. Yep.
Do I have two?
You do. Go ahead, B. PRC, you got something?
Oh no, never mind. Go for it. Right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B.
Yeah, like unlike PRC, I kind of like the fake internet beef, and maybe left. So, that's like my favorite part of the show is Kirk making fun of the Minifans,
me too.
That kind of stuff. So, the inside, like when he's making fun of Sneaks or Kane or me or anyone, like I'm laughing hysterically the whole time. So, my second one is Ted Sarandis, and I actually am going to expose Ted Sarandis right now. I'm calling him #Summer Sarandis. It's Summer Ted. He's not really. He doesn't care about these rankings. He put Danny from Barica on the Missing in Action ranking.
I know.
When he's been on the 420 show multiple times. So what this tells me is Ted Sarandis' rankings are fugazi because he's not watching everything. He's doing a Kane-esque bit, and he's putting people he doesn't like as the downs and people he likes as the ups, or he's trying to do a controversy or do farm clicks or retweets. And Ted Sarandis was known as a man of honor and integrity. Right now, he is Summer Sarandis. He's compromised. He's is Ted lazy? People have speculated. So
once a month Ted with his rankings, like once a month now. It's like not much out there. And you know, he had Gus on the down list too. Is Gus on the network that much? I don't hardly even see him on the network. Maybe I'm missing something, but
I guess gaming with Gus.
That's true. Okay, so he hates that
gaming
show.
With
that's
Gus
what
on. I think he's pretty consistent.
Right.
So
yeah, that's what he hates, that show.
But
I don't even think
also like he put PRC on there, and okay, you can not like PRC or whatever, but like PRC came in, he tried to host. He hosted Mike and the Minifans.
A good job.
People said he did a good job.
Great
right?
job.
Like he tried to. It's tough to do. You will try to give a structure to it and stuff. So it's like, is that guy really a number one or whatever? A top 5 down when he did that? No. I can't. I don't see that as a like there. And he puts Vodka number 1 just for
crazy
value. Like these rankings need to be really. We need to invest. I think that we should have investigation. Like, should he be doing these rankings? Is he qualified? I don't think so.
Maybe
Or should
somebody
he
can
do
just
like
come
what
in
Shark
and-
Minahan does? Yeah, like Shark Minahan, he said he has OCD. He had to step away. Maybe Ted Sarandis might need to step away. Say it's summertime, I'm having fun. I need to step away from the rankings. So,
Well, maybe
Summer
somebody else
Sarandis
can
might-
can come in and steal his rankings and do it better, which would be even more funny. Somebody
Oh,
steps in, it's like, I'm going to
that'll
be the
be
new
good.
rankings guy because somebody actually watches the show.
the real,
Yeah.
the certified ranking, the
Yeah.
the certified. Yeah.
Because I was
That'll
thinking
be
a
good.
lot
Maybe
the
I
same
should start
thing.
doing that.
Some of those rankings seem very personal. PRC.
Yeah.
I know all about that, but they don't. They have the feeling of just not real. A little bit of personal stuff there, but yeah, good pick. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it. PRC, you're up. Number
Thank
2.
you.
All right. Gilroy. I saw that he responded to something, but he said I haven't been on the network because no one's asked me or something, and I just think that's an absolute lame ass excuse. Like, you're the big shot lollipop salesman. You got matching cars. You do all this shit. Like you're the big. You don't ask. You just go on. Like everybody else has just found a way to get on. They've taken some kind of initiative. I think that's a lame excuse to say, oh, no one's asked me. Oh, blah blah blah. Just go on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, I saw that. That was the way he always says things in that kind of manner too. It just seems like he's always feeling bad for himself, sorry for himself. It's like Kirk doesn't really want him on, so I guess at that point, it's he kind of said he kind of was out. But I know what you're saying. He just sounds like a whiny baby.
To say no one asked me is just an excuse.
It's bullshit. No, yeah,
and I kind of liked him on his
Me
episode
too.
of Studio. I kind of like, so I think if he went on Mike, he says he wants to be back in studio. Well, go on Mike and the Minifans,
Exactly.
go on up and down. Like I guess it's like, is he gonna reach out? I can see that point. Like, I'm not gonna reach out to Kane. Hey brother, can I be on 3 upside down?
That'd be sad.
Like I don't
That'd
see
be really sad.
Yeah, that's Gilroy's doing that. Like that would be sad.
I would like that.
But yeah, imagine. Maybe he will.
Yeah.
Maybe he will. Maybe we
Never
try.
know.
Maybe PRC. We try to get him on Mike and the Minifans this week. So because
This show's actually
Like Gilroy? That would be cool, yeah.
Because then he would prove. If you're on Mike and the Minifans, everyone that's on there obviously knows the show really well, can discuss it, right? So if he's on there, you could test, like, does he listen every day? Does he know or not? Because you could pretty much find out if someone is a fraud right away. But like if you ask a question and he's like, oh, or he gives like a bullshit answer, you can figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Talking about.
Yeah, that's right. That'd be good. So see if he actually is. That's a good idea. Well, maybe I'll send him something just to, hey, you should go on Mike and the Minifans, see what he says. Once in a while. All right. Who's up now?
Kane, yeah, you.
I think you have 2.
Kane goes 2, then back to me, and then ends with BA. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. I guess I'm gonna go with facts. I know I just talked about him, but I got to be honest. It's not his overall performance, even though I like the line from Ted Sarandis, and we'll give him a little credit. He called him like I forgot exactly what he said. It was like I can't remember, but it was a good line. Anyway, he went on to Mike and the Minifans. He came on. He was kind of late. I just spelled it out before, and he just kind of like downplayed it. It's just like if you're gonna host a show, you can't show up late. They can't start the recording because somebody's there hosting. I didn't even understand that. There's nobody really there. You got to be there. You kind of were like just lackadaisical about it, not caring. I can tell you what, like if it was the other side when it was Manners running it, you would have felt that pain. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have just let you slide off, and it would have been no issues. That was disappointing because Fax is on a good little roll here, and he just kind of was. I just really went up my ass. I don't know why, but it was just like just that not caring. It's like, damn, man. Like this show was great. It's just I don't know. It's bad.
Ted Sarandis called him the Vanilla Tate King.
There you go. Vanilla Tate King. Yeah, the Vanilla Tate King. That was pretty good. Yes, a couple one-liners, but yeah, I was happy for him because they got to jump on and Kirk was in there. He seemed like he was in his glory. So it ended up being a good show. So I don't want to take anything away from that. But I feel like if you're gonna host, if you're not gonna be on time, you should just say I can't host. And I know they were in kind of a bind, but yeah, you want to be there on time. So just like we saw with Coleman, being late can get you fired, or close to it. So facts, not good, buddy. Make sure you're on time when you're hosting. That's the rule to live by.
Do you give him any credit though for like showing up every single Friday for like Mike and the Minifans? Like,
yeah,
that maybe he should get a little pass for being late like once that no one else showed up to that night.
He was 5 minutes late, and I think he told John that he was going to be late. So I think he said that I told John I'm going to be late. So
oh.
Yeah. So
all right, sorry, Fax, but you're still on the down. Don't be late. I had kids before too. It's not that big a deal. I'm not the first person with kids. So
that's
I can
see.
Yeah,
Mike Sneakers line.
Yeah. All right, the third one I'm going to go with. It's going to be kind of, I don't know how to really exactly phrase it, but putting Justin in the position to have to have a pool party at his house. I would have went to State Theater, but we're going to leave a lot of talk about them. But you could just see how uncomfortable he was with having people at his house for a little swim party. I saw it the other week, kind of like he had never brought up his sister before. And then he just kind of said it, and now Kirk's made a few jokes about his sister, and he could just tell he takes it, I don't think he liked that. It was just kind of funny because I don't think he wants anybody at his house for a pool party. You know what I mean? They kind of made him feel like he had to do it. So I feel the down is going to be the people that made him feel bad that he's not going to have a pool party at his house. I have to try to make him do it because I don't think he wants anybody at his house. So I felt bad for him.
And as a guy that has a sister, when you get the sister joke, to defend it or ricochet it, you have to be like, oh yeah, I would love you to hook up with my sister. We'll be brother-in-laws. Let's do it. I'll let it happen. So that's what I've learned over the years. That's let's do it. I'll make it happen. We'll be brother-in-laws. It'll be the best. Christmas in 10 years. Like I'll sign up for that with the boys. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
he just seems so uncomfortable.
But the sister ones, it took me a while because that would be one of the triggers. Like it would be a sister joke, and I would get like, "Oh, fuck you,"
Yeah.
So you have to figure out how to defend those.
So that's it. You're up, PRC.
Did you do 2?
Yep.
Okay. My third
facts and sister joke.
Yep, facts. I forgot about facts because I had facts on my list, so I thought we were talking about. I'm going to take facts off my down and sub to the 4th, which would be Jimmy. I keep waiting for him to pivot, and it's still just Coleman all the time.
See,
I feel like if Coleman and his run is coming to an end, I feel like Jimmy is content to just go down with the ship too. I feel like he and applaud, like all for him, like that was like the most meteoric rise of any like Minifan account in the world. Probably somebody big's behind it. Who knows? Who cares? Just enjoy it for what it is. But it feels like Jim is content with going down with the Coleman ship. Well done. Thank you for your service, but I would not buy stock in it.
It's a lot of Jimmy talk from you. It's even a little personal.
I fucking knew that was coming. I was hoping you didn't pick up on that, but
it's all right. Hey, that's how we got our things, Yeah, he's Zicky's a little predictable at this point with that, but
for a guy like,
it's been great.
For a guy like the Jimmies of the world, where they have the clear target, you can't, like, Coleman being fired is the worst thing for him, because once Coleman's fired, Jimmy's dead. Like Coleman pumps Jimmy, like Coleman is feeding Jimmy. It's not the other way around. So they're kind of symbiotic, like, so I think if you're Jimmy, you hear Coleman get suspended, you're like, fuck me, what I'm done now. Like, no one's talking about, because Coleman gets fired, no one's talking about Jimmy in 2 months. Jimmy will be an account. Oh yeah, remember that Coleman account? Like that it wouldn't.
You think Jimmy, like, if he's gone, he'll do the sad thing and just keep posting things about Coleman for weeks after he's gone and just see how long he can run this thing through? Or
and that was my hope too, because Jimmy has such good research skills that, like, I was hoping he'd pivot and, like, we could keep the Jimmy going. But, like, yeah, He's committed to going down with the ship, and God damn it, I respect it.
Ziggy is a little mastermind. He's a good little. He's a funny guy. I wish he was on more shows. I liked him on the rundown. I don't know where he's been, but it's too bad.
They get too
He's good at this.
they get too scared. They get too scared with the heat. Like once the heat gets on them, they would go to hide, which is fair. If you're a private person, like you don't want to.
What would happen? Like, you think it's because of their jobs and stuff, or just like they're worried about people? Like,
I just think it's like, yeah, I don't know. It could be jobs, family, friend, whatever it is. It's like, but then someone once said, I think Kirk even said, it's like when you're dishing heat out,
yeah,
you gotta
right.
expect it back, right? So it's like you can't shoot shots and then be like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. These are my rules. If you do this, you cross the line. So, but I think they understand that. So it's like, okay, instead of throwing shots, I'll just. But I don't even know if I don't think it's Ziggy. I feel like if it was Ziggy, it would be exposed really. But maybe it is Ziggy, and that's Kirk. Like Kirk's just exposing it. But
yeah, he's been awesome.
No,
it's still. No, you don't think so?
No, I think Ziggy would have done it on his own account. I don't know, but maybe I don't know. Those guys are kind of wild cards. So
I think just a hunch. I think you'll be surprised.
I just think it's like,
yeah.
I also like, when it's like, who is this person is more funny if it's like you find out it's a parody account running it.
Yeah.
But then if you find out the guy's name is John Thompson from like,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, okay, then you kind of just expose the guy. But if you find out it's like, oh, it was Murchison's mouse, or if like, so I'm okay with doxing to the parody, like,
yeah, that's right.
Who parody can run it, but then if it's just a regular person, then you're like, oh shit, you went to that next level. So then I usually try to stay away from like who is. But then again, I did on Mike in the Minifins for weeks be like, who is Jimmy? I kind of am a hypocrite in that sense. So.
I was on that train for a while too, but like something, I don't know. I was just like, I'm just gonna enjoy all of this, like the burner counts, the Jimmy, like at some point, I'm just like, yeah, let's just have fun.
Exactly, that's the way to be.
All right, is it me?
Everybody
down.
Froze. Oh, okay, there we go. Yes,
I think. Am I freezing? I don't think I'm freezing. Maybe.
Is it me freezing? Someone keeps like. People stop, and then I'm the only one dancing around, and then
I don't see anybody freezing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's totally me, so I got to apologize then.
No worries, buddy.
It's not
down.
Me, but it's okay.
My final down is. The final down is. Am I freezing too? Are you saying I'm freezing too?
I'm taking the high road for you. Keep on going.
Okay. The final down is I have the network CEOs, both of them, John and Menners, because Menners and now whenever John makes mistakes, Menners is coming at John, and now it seems like it's not about the Minifan content, it's about this personal vendetta between John and Menners. So Menners should look inward because instead of dunking on John, he should say, you know what? Maybe I'll help out Mike and the Minifans on the other network. You know, I'm a leader. I know you need help. You know, I'll step in and I'll help out a little bit. So, and then John is like screaming into the void. Then he ends the show, and he had to look inward where it was his disorganization caused this to happen, because if you have a little bit of pre-planning, you give someone the access, then that person can do it, then you have a Friday night where you can just chill out and someone, you delegate it. So both CEOs, I think, have a personal vendetta against each other that's clearly affecting the quality of content on the network, and it's also summertime, so I understand.
Don't you like the beefs though? You said 10 minutes ago that you love the fighting and the beefs. So
I love it. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. These guys, because Menners will be like, I'm here for the Minifans. I'm not selfish. Yeah. I'm not this. But then he comes on and it's not about, he's just dunking on John, or he's gonna clip something. oh, John
Yeah.
associates with this person or this. So now it's more of it's a Menners versus John beef as opposed to I'm the right guy for the job. So.
I'm in with last week. Menners did his honorable mentions and just went down the whole list of the network people. So like, yeah, that exemplifies your point.
Well, in his defense, though, he always has dunked on John. I'll say that. I mean, that's nothing new. That's kind of what their relationship kind of is. And also, he also has been simulcasting on the other network. So Menace has gone on there and done that. I think there is some truth to that because now it's gotten to the point where like we're just kind of like watching these two battle it out. But I think it's going to be a reunion soon. Or what do you think?
Yeah. Like I think this was a perfect example. Like Friday, myself, I was unavailable. I didn't know it was this bad because if John said, "Hey, I have no one. Can you?" or "I'm at a music festival. Can you start it up?" I would have said, "Yeah, no worries." But what was I saying here? Oh, a reunion. I had a good point and I forgot.
Why has he not got anybody else the access here? You think though? That's not a smart move by him. Why doesn't he have somebody else that can do it? It's got to be somebody else.
This is what I was saying. If Menners and John had more of a collaborative relationship, it would have been like, hey, it's Wednesday. Hey, I'm at a music festival Friday. And Menners, could you this? Right? Can you run stuff for us? And then Menners should accept it. And instead of being like, no, I want to see it crash and burn, he should accept, and then he could take the high road. He's like, hey, Mike and the Minifans wouldn't have happened without me. Look, I had to step in because of this and this and this. So I think there should be more of because Menners was more than happy making a group chat with me and John. Oh, what a disaster! You guys are fucking up, But it's like, what if that group chat we could say, hey, Menners, can you run it? Can you run it Friday where we're not there, So like say, hey, can you run it on the do it on the Menners Minifan network? I don't know. Like I don't know if that would be.
Well, I think that's what they're trying to move towards, right?
For Kirk.
Yeah, I think they're going to eventually. There should be one network. There shouldn't be this two shit anyway. What else you think? It's kind of silly. I think it's time to just.
I think eventually Kirk
combine.
I think eventually Kirk will be like, you know what? It's more headaches having everything on mine. Just go back to Menners.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Because there's there's. Yeah, I think eventually he'll say that. But also, I give Kirk credit for being like, hey, I'm letting these guys do what they want. So I give him credit for that because that's something that's kind of cool, So,
but if you combine the networks, you have more of a pooling. You know what I mean? Because there's people from the from one side that won't go on the other at all. So that kind of hurts everything. It's just. I know it's been a nice little fun time with the fake war, but it'd be better for the network if everybody just came together. So.
So you would say everyone should just. But so if Kirk just said everyone should just come to my network, there's one network, you would say okay.
If everybody was going, yes. Why not?
Oh, okay.
Why would I care?
But isn't that what didn't he say that? He said that like it's like he said that anyone could come on his network that wants to do his show. So that's what he's done. It's only Menners saying that no, Menners is the one that made that not happen, right?
Well, I think because he like Menor said, he kind of had whatever he said, like he took offense to something. He took the show off and made his own network. He kind of took out of Menor's hands, didn't he? I don't think Menor's had a choice. I don't think.
Yeah,
it was
but
his
now.
choice.
Yeah, but now if he said, "Oh, Menor," because I think he said Menners could do a show on my network. Like anyone could do a show on.
Oh,
on
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. So. If everyone's like, we only need one network, well, then why don't we just do everything on the show channel? And then Menners Minifan Network is like a backup.
Oh, I see.
In case Kirk's.
I would think we need two networks.
You think so?
You think two?
I mean, yes. Like I think there has to be a trade agreement and, like helping out and stuff. But like, it feels like if everybody's the one network, then you don't have the the Coke versus Pepsi or the rivalries or stuff like that. The internet beef that BA loves so much. I think they need to both exist as like competing forces because, you know, a rising tide lifts all boats or whatever the fuck you people with water say.
There has to be some trade agreements though, huh? That's a good idea.
But having them as good rivals is great. Having them as just disjointed whatever is not great. So, but if unity is the only answer, then I think that's my go. That's my vote.
I think they should flip the CEOs, and Menners becomes the Kirkman and Show CEO. John becomes the B Network CEO, and then John can now do Meeting of the Minds on the B Network, and then everyone's happy.
You think Manners will be okay with that? I don't know. He likes his name on there.
That's just I don't. He's just talking shit now. Yeah,
I think Menners. If Kirk said Menners, you are now the CEO of Kirkman and Show, the YouTube, he would take it in a second. He would 100%.
You think so, huh?
I'm not even joking there.
We'll have to see what his response is today.
But John would have to be removed. John would have to be removed. He would have to be in charge of the other network. And then Menner, you'll see the difference between working. Kirk will see the difference between working with John and working with Menners. John's kind of like an easygoing guy, like, okay, we'll do this. Menners is going to be like, oh, Kirk, you got to promote this. These are the shows we need. We need this. This is what we're doing. So it's their leadership styles are totally different. So and I don't know if Kirk might be get annoyed working with Menners as a CEO, but Menners would put that seriousness because he was. I always said this. I said Menners was the best boss I've ever had in Clout or the real world. He was very serious. After Mike and the Minifans, he would call me and give me pointers like, hey, if you're asking people questions, throw it to someone. Don't just ask a question. So he did a lot of good stuff for me. So he does take it seriously. So if Kirk wants someone to be very serious, Menners is the guy, you know?
Yeah, no, he's great at this. I mean, I enjoy working with him now. He's very positive. He's like a very, I took him all the wrong way. I got to be honest. I really thought he was more like, I thought he was humorous. Like I've heard a lot of people say, but with Menners is always.
No, he's funny.
Yeah, he's always, I mean, I heard Vodka, a real piece of shit the other day. He's like, you know, they were talking about the networks and he's like, you know, he's like, oh, that, you know, 3 up, 3 down sucks or whatever. And it's, you know, Menners is like defending or whatever, but it's like, Vodka, do you think I really think that Menners thinks I'm like some great talent? Like and it's all a joke, Vodka. Like when I hear it for views or that shit, we're just having fun. It's like, it's taken serious.
I love that.
Do the best you can, but like, no, it's not like, you know, oh, you know, like these guys suck or whatever. No shit. Like it's a fan network. You know, what do you think this is? Nobody's getting paid to do this. It's just for fun, you know.
You're not checking your email for contracts every day.
No.
My favorite Menners bit is when he defends his talent, when he defends Beanbag Ron.
So funny. It's so funny.
And that's my favorite.
Everybody's like, oh, you think these guys are good? It's like, no, he doesn't. He's just trying to be positive, you know. He's trying to help us. You know, that's what's great about Menners.
Vodka's a guy you gotta tune Vodka out because this is what Vodka wants. He's gonna listen to this. He's be like, oh look, I'm in Kane's head because that's all he wants. That's all.
Yeah, I know. He's, you know, again, it's the guy that, you know, questions somebody's mental health, and he's just a fucking, you know. Anyway, you know what though? I'll give it to him. He's been contributing, so he's you know, he's been out there trying. So good for him. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you, Vodka. Yes.
All right, we're gonna end it.
I will never say that.
Thank you, guys.
I said it too much in my 20s, but thank you, Vodka.
All right. BA, thank you. PRC, thank you. Another episode wrapped up.
All right. See you guys.
You have to click.
Oh,
end.
hello.
You're still recording.